when it's so good it's got you dancing around the kitchen, baby, go ahead and hit your two-step. Welcome to my channel where we have 2 simple rules. Eat, live good. I'm Liv and I'm still good. How you doing? Today we are making a smoked whiskey braised short rib. I saw these short ribs on what I considered a sale at $3.99 a pound. Y'all let me know down in the comments if I paid way too much, because I will definitely be looking out for a better price if so. But I saw these, wanted them, and I said, let's do this. Then I woke up.
It was like, okay, how can we make this more extra?
Alcohol. Add alcohol. Then I was like, okay, that's common. People add whiskey all the time. Let's take it another level. Smoke it. Now let me be honest. I'm cheating. And don't fire me up for that. 1, is my whiskey truly smoked? No. Does it have a smoky flavor naturally? Not a very profound one, because you could go out and purchase a fully smoked whiskey, but what I found, I don't like to drink that. And my thought process was, I'm only gonna buy a liquor, I'm also gonna drink myself. So I got some liquid smoked, add the smoke flavor to my whiskey without having to contaminate a whole bottle with the smoked flavor. That's way too much for me. As you can assume, a dish like this definitely has strong aromatics. I have shallots, garlic, carrot, and celery. And you know, I'm gonna bring you right here to see where all the magic is happening, right here at the cutting board. Take your time here because you need this just base for a really strong, delicious sauce. Not to mention, while we're talking about sauce, here are the heavy hitters that are really gonna weigh in. You see this whiskey. Me and my father definitely enjoy this whiskey. Outside of this recipe, we bought a few more bottles. And here are the seasonings I'll be using as well. And here's the full spread minus that hickory smoke, the liquid smoke. Here I'm giving my short ribs a quick rinse to make sure they're nice and clean before I go in and season them. So I'm gonna go in and season up all my short ribs, starting with seasoned salt. As you can see, I do have some flour there, which I'll do last. Garlic powder, if you know me, you know I'm going to use garlic powder 9 times out of 10. Black pepper, because it goes with salt. I mean, how do you use salt without pepper? Very few things don't require pepper to come along for the ride. And again, here's that light dusting of flour on all sides. And I'm just going to do that with each of the pieces and then brown that up in my Dutch oven. I'm finishing up flouring all my pieces, so we're about to hit that hot oil and fry these up really quick. For all you ASMR lovers, I definitely wanted to give some more sound effects for you. So here's some running water as I wash my hands. I feel like this is the part that I get really excited about, really browning the beet, because I know things are really getting good now. So I'm going to brown it on all the sides. And here we are. Everything's brown, not done, so fight off everyone in the house that's going to want to bite at this point. They are definitely still raw on the inside. Now don't let the color fool you. My brown bits look dark, but they're not burnt. If yours are burnt, just scrap them and have a clean pan. I'm adding all of my vegetables to sweat down, but I'm not adding my garlic because I don't want it to burn. I'm going to add some tomato paste and let that caramelize my vegetables. A nice technique called pince. It really gives you a nice depth of flavor and richness and sweetness from the tomato paste. Here, since my vegetables have gotten a chance to cook some more and caramelize, I can go ahead and add my garlic because I'm going to be adding more liquid and I know my garlic won't burn. It's the moment some of you have been waiting for, so we're going to add the whiskey. And for all intents and purposes, I may be drinking some right now. I'm going in with a cup and I'm going to let the alcohol cook off. But don't worry, we're going to add more whiskey later in the recipe. So I'm going to let the alcohol cook off as promised. And then we're going to go in and add some more flavors to it. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of brown sugar to start to cut some of the harshness of the alcohol and help that kind of mellow and melt into our flavors. A tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, and that's not how you say it, fight me. Some liquid smoke, a tablespoon, a little splash dash, and we'll add more later as our sauce continues to come together, because you can always fix and adjust. At this point, I'm going in with a full container of beef broth. I believe this container contains 32 ounces to 48. I don't remember, but the whole thing. A friend of mine said he liked my cooking because it was accessible to everybody. And just like everybody, I make mistakes, and I had time today. And guess what? I didn't fix it. I stirred that time right into this sauce and kept on moving. Typically, I would have said just add a tablespoon. I definitely had more than a tablespoon of thyme in that pot. Never fear. I went ahead and added the beef back into the broth and covered it up into the oven to torment the family for hours. It was in the oven for 4 hours until fork tender. Delicious. I really hope that you can get into the tenderness through the camera because it was perfection. To this sauce, we're going to add some water so that we can have a nice gravy to smother our short ribs in. Once this is all flavored up to our liking, we're going to throw the ribs back in. How are we going to flavor it, you ask? Some more whiskey, some liquid smoke, and guess what? A little bit more whiskey, salt, sugar, whatever you need to do to get it bomb, ready to go. Short ribs are done. Let's get into some sides. You've probably heard of corn and asparagus salad, but let's make it better. Add some fire roasted tomatoes, shallots, heavy whipping cream, Parmesan, and the piece de resistance, ginger infused white wine vinegar. Saute your asparagus in a little butter, pour off the water of the corn, and add the corn to this same skillet. I know, one skillet, one side. Then we're going to go in and add some of those other things. Those fire roasted tomatoes, don't mind, mine are a little frozen. I'm coming from a different recipe with it. Add about 4 ounces of heavy whipping cream, a quarter cup of that Parmesan cheese, and just the kiss on top. Some shallots right then towards the end is a nice little touch. And of course, about half a tablespoon of that white wine vinegar. And baby, when I tell you this pairs so good with this short ribs, you're welcome. You're welcome. Here are my real life results. Get into it. So this one is special. I needed to plate up, sit down, and have a real formal meal. This is a great one to start in the morning. Do your errands around the house, your chores, whatever you got to do. Set it and forget it kind of recipe. And then it can sit all day until the night, taunting everyone, really torturing everyone as it smells delicious through the house. There was a lot of complaints with the amount of smells that people couldn't eat, but well worth the wait. So I paired the mashed potatoes, let's call them what they are, whipped potatoes, with a winter vegetable salad. So I took a classic summer salad with the corn and the asparagus, and I made it a little bit more wintry. Add some cream and Parmesan. You're welcome. So let's go ahead and take a bite. It's gonna be special. Okay, the meat is tender. It is falling away with just a fork. I don't have a knife. Let's pick up a little bit. Look at it. Whew, okay, let's get ready. Let's do this. Okay, let's talk. Let me chew first. Everything I want. It has a little smoke. You can get a little hint of that whiskey spice that you come to know when you drink whiskey. Not too much though. It's not overpowering the flavor here. You get a little bit of that sweetness from the brown sugar, and then those herbs coming together and the aromatics really caramelized beautifully. Wow. Let's get a whole bite with everything. Whole bite with everything here. Okay, got some potatoes. Let's get a little bit of the rib. Shake it down. All right. I can't even finish this whole plate on camera because it's about to get graphic. So I'll have to catch you next time. I hope you try this recipe, and I hope you tear it up like I'm about to. As always, thank you for watching. Before you go, make sure you like this video and hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you right back here next time. Don't forget, just 2 rules. Eat, live good.